GMS.
Gaming Morning Show.
Things put on pancakes and rhyming bear intros. Austin confused about whose sister married the bros. In the UK, dooley-doo tugs on our heartstrings. Gaming Morning Show is one of our favorite things.
It's Paul. It's Paul.
Ah, who are we kidding?
Pumpkin spice and fall. Paul.
We all know our favorite thing is the season of Paul. Pumpkin spice latte time! Besides the tasty drinks, the weather is cooler.
We get the most time where it's cooled off, but it's not always rainy. Sometimes it's rainy for part of the day, but then it dries up and it's just a nice, cool, cloudy day. I like that.
There's football on.
Man, did we have a great football weekend. Both of our teams performed to the tippy top of their tippiest top of performance, and boy, football is fun.
That's gotta be enough for all of the hosts of Gaming Morning Show, right? Right?
Okay, so when Club Penguin changed, they changed everything, they got more mainstream, and I wrote them an email. And I was like, it would be really nice if you guys could go back to the way things were, because the original Penguins, we really miss it. I speak on behalf of all of the OG Penguins, and we all are really upset. Brent, you've changed, man.
You're the Lorax for Club Penguin.
I was. I speak for the Penguins.
Well, penguin begins with a P. So, happy Paul, everyone, from all of us at GMS. Broadcasting live from Redner's Rescued Cat Figurine Museum in Menominee Falls, Wisconsin.
When Sean Redner told his wife, Hillary, that he wanted to turn their Wisconsin home into a museum of cat figurines, she had a predictable response. We're gonna do what?
We'll do that some other time, huh? Okay then. Broadcasting live from the same places they've been since 2020. It's time for Gaming Morning Show.
Morning, gamer. Welcome in. What have you been waiting for? It's Tuesday, November 15th, 2022. Thanks for being here. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, soon on Twitter Spaces, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. There's this great series. It's called 30 for 30. It's a sports documentary. And all of those particular shows start off with something to the effect of, what if I told you, right? And boy, wait till I tell you the thing that I am going to throw at you, which is, what if I told you? But we'll get to that in a second. I am Hefty Goof. Thank you for being here. We truly do appreciate it. It's going to be a good show, I promise. We're pretty stoked. 3 hours of entertainment and fun on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. It's so great to see folks like I Get Apollo here so early. We saw King Gray in the chat this morning. I am JF Downs here as well. And of course, Drew Mega's here just now saying good morning. Thank you so much for being here. We truly do appreciate it.
First,
coming up, we'll tell you the story of, well, there's an escaped, did they say horse? They specifically said Mustang. There's an escaped Mustang that we need to tell you about. So we'll do that here in a second. Also, I have to give you the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News. King Gray says Downs, question mark. No, I am JF Downs is in there. No, Downs is there. Downs is there. It says, hey Apollo, good morning, doodle-doo. And then you're also here. So we get both King Gray and I am JF Downs, which is a big win in my book. So thank you for being here wherever you may be on this particular day. I need to make it so that Bob and my captions aren't exactly the same. The good news, I can hear Bob today.
Sporty Spice, one of the lower spices.
The bad news is, for some reason, his captions are also my captions, and I'm not quite sure. I've never seen that before. I think Bob goes to captions through this channel right here. I don't know if that's true. Nope. Is that the same one? Different one? Nope. Okay, you don't like that. Right. Oh, wait. I think I know. We go back here. That's fine. Sure. And I change this. Nope, that's always been the same. Well, bummer. Okay, well, Bob's captions are going to double up mine for now. So anyway, it's good to see you. Thank you for being here. Let me do some explanations. It's almost 6:15 this morning, and we're all over the place, and there's a good reason for that. And that's because I overslept. Legitimately woke up, and my phone said 6:01, and there's a chance, I'm guessing, that Sean's in the same boat, because Sean isn't here yet either. I don't know why that's the case. What on earth compelled me to sleep that long? I actually was up at 5:29, and then my son decided to jump into bed and hang out with me. I was like, okay, that's cool. We'll get some more cuddles in or whatever. And then before I knew it, it's the time that, well, it is now, which is now 6:16. So good morning. Nonetheless, it will be a good show. Maybe as impromptu as it is. Now, Element is here. Good morning to you, Element of One. It's good to see you as well. And I had a similar thought to what you just said.
Nice chat.
Element of One just said, hey, you were playing Apex late. That's why. And there is always a chance when I have to do, later shows or later content. Sometimes I have to do sports. Like tonight, I'll be up until, gosh, I might not be in bed till 11 o'clock. I'm definitely more susceptible to that, but I didn't think that was going to be the case. So, nonetheless, this is where we are. The worst part about this, though, is without Sean here, we are going to be doing the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News in a very impromptu fashion, which honestly never goes that well. The other good news, though, is yesterday I told the story of how my wife's friend decided to change all of my settings for my Rocket League car. And that made me very sad because I've taken the time ever since the Broncos car fiasco, which you may have forgotten, but I still remember.
Broncos car on Blue Team, 2021 to 2022.
Where they wouldn't, they wouldn't let my car be the color my car wanted to be. It was still really tough because I saw the car. I thought the car was definitely blue. But nobody else saw it that way. Everyone else saw it as a different color. And I miss having the Broncos car. But then again, the Broncos are horrible, so I don't know if I want to have them back. I'm just kidding. I'll always be a Broncos fan. K-Laugh says, bring back Broncar, right? See, K-Laugh always had my back. I appreciate it. It's good to see you, K-Laugh. Thank you for being here for this edition of Gaming Morning Show.
A warm welcome to our official head of research and development, K-Laugh.
I will tell you, for those who were looking for it, Twitter Spaces is now up and running. It is good to see you. Coming up, birthdays this day in gaming history, so if you have a birthday to celebrate, please let us know. We'll tell you that story about the escaped Mustang coming up in just a little bit, and then in about 7 minutes from now, we'll give you the Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming News. For being 6-something in the morning, by the way, my phone is just blowing up. I'm getting alerts out the wazoo, and I don't know why. Like, I'm getting email alerts, I'm getting notifications that I have appointments from random place. It's like, it's nuts how crazy my phone is being right now. Why is my phone blowing up so much? I don't have a clue why. Maybe it's a Tuesday. Maybe I have a case of the Tuesdays. Okay, so you see, yeah, I got my paint trail going now with purple car. I'm back to my body shape. The only thing that I'll give my daughter's friend credit for is the look of the, like, Starry Night decal, where, like, as you drive along, it looks like you're going into warp speed. I thought that was pretty cool. It's pretty nuts, if you think about it. I was like the Starship Enterprise. Ooh, I don't like that. You hear that, like, sploosh, though, sound it makes? Ew, I don't know if I like that. Yeah, I don't think I had any of the current season trails on with the paint cans. Maybe there was a reason. Drew Mega is creating controversy this morning, which is, I guess, fair. Drew Mega asked in chat, you know, I always see K-Laugh researching, but what is it exactly that he's developing? I guess I should let K-Laugh speak for Kalaf's self, because it's not really my place. Kalaf, we do have you donned as the head of research and development for this morning radio show that plays games. Do you have an answer for Drew Mega? Oh, no controversy. I don't know. You kind of stirred that pot, whether intentional or not. You're gonna make Kalaf go on the defensive, and you won't like Kalaf when Kalaf is on the defensive. Nice shot. Well, if we told you everything, in terms of, everything that Kalaf is developing, we'd have to send a team of finely trained individuals to your house to have you sign a non-disclosure agreement. So, yeah, it's classified. We include the audience in on most things Drew Mega, so I do want to be clear that this is not specific to you, but yeah, we'd have to bring in the group with the heavily armored ink pens. They use Pilot G2s, and they definitely find ways to make you sign legal documents. That's the team that we employ when it comes to silencing those who ask controversial questions. So if you hear a knock on your door, it's the NDA team waiting for you. It's classified. Maybe it's a Scrapple-based sauce, and it's all for Hefty. Good morning to Danny. It's good to see you. Long time no see. That is true. So if you're just joining us, and good morning to Grog Air Die, I see you as well. If you're just joining us, one Hefty Goof actually overslept this morning. So we threw the show on with duct tape and Band-Aids, which is also now my second straight reference to duct tape. And now it's making me realize that with some of our issues getting on the air yesterday for the GMS Tuesday Nights Monday Special Edition, maybe it's not technical difficulties. Maybe I'm just having difficulties. But Danny, you're so kind to use the term duct tape, because I always thought it was duct tape for a long time. And on GMS Tuesday Nights, which was super fun last night, and Austin Attack and Kate Zaid joined us to play Apex Legends as an impromptu change to our GMS plus guests lineup. It was really great. We had the discussion of duct versus duct tape, and Kate Zaid also had thought it was duct tape and was kind enough to point out that there is an actual brand named duct tape. In fact, having been a professional mover for part of my life. No, I'm serious. I didn't work in the professional moving industry. I just happened to move myself 7 times in 8 years. We have used plenty of duck brand materials to get to where we need to go. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of it. King Grey is 7 minutes late too. I'm not going to write you up this time, but next time. It's so funny too, because I will admit that you all are very kind when we have to say something like, "Oh, one of us is feeling under the weather. We're not going to be able to make it today," or whatever the case may be. You are a very kind and forgiving audience, but it drives me nuts to miss deadlines, because one of our favorite components of this thing is we're consistent. And so I woke up this morning at 6:02, and my brain's going, "Come on, man, you're better than this. What are you doing?" And then, meanwhile, I'm immediately trying to get things to go on the air. So Gray goes, "Forgiving, quote unquote, but this will go on your permanent record." As somebody who had to do that back in the day, I used to work in retail management. I know what that conversation sounds like. I know that you were having your spleen removed in emergency surgery, and if you hadn't had it taken out, you would have died. So we're gonna forgive this one. but it's gonna go on your permanent record. There's nothing we can do about it. It's policy. It's a shame because I've seen a lot of ways that working in that realm really hindered my development in terms of perspective and understanding people's points of view, and also reinforced different practices, especially like the way that we are trained in hiring people. I felt like now I look back on that experience and I go, okay, there was things in that training that I feel like hindered our ability to hire in a more diverse and inclusive way, if I'm being serious with you. So I've been very mindful of that. If I were to be in a situation where, yeah, I would have to, go out and hire people. So, yeah, it was interesting because I didn't realize it at the time, and now I'm at this stage of my life, and now I've realized it. So, Groggy says you're allowed 7 minutes each way. You want to go live at 5:53? We won't bat an eye. Okay, so we do have a plus or minus 7-minute clause. Well, that's very kind. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Danny literally had that conversation today. I know your house caught on fire, but can you come in tomorrow? Yeah. I mean, how bad was the fire? Was it the entire house, or are we just talking like a little spark on the stove? Because if it was just a little spark on the stove, then, could you be here by like 4? Oh no. The work equipment was fine. Okay. Is your laptop still working? Yeah. How about your internet? You're good. Okay. How about you check in an hour from now? Does that work?
Sicky, a sick day. In the UK.
Or why don't you take a sick day in the UK? Just say you have gout. Works every time. Oh, it was okay. Well, this is a way we can pivot on the show. I'm gonna start with what our actual topic of the day is, which is it's National Clean Out Your Fridge Day. So we're asking you, what's the worst thing that you've ever found in your fridge? So I actually just cleaned out the fridge. Cleaning out the fridge is extreme. I didn't clean out the fridge yesterday. I kind of organized it because we're trying to keep most of like the leftover food on that very top shelf. So when you open things up, it's like eye-lined with you. Because I feel like we've had more success not letting, leftovers go to waste when we put up the food at a place like you can definitely see it. And then I've also seen like life hacks lately that's like keep the produce like in the door and such. And I'm not to that stage yet. But anyway, I was trying to move the food there so that we would see it. And I found like some weird mystery like liquid in the back. It was gross. I'm just gonna be honest with you. It was very gross. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it was. There was nothing up there that looked of that nature. So, yeah. But that's not even the grossest thing I've ever found in the fridge. I don't really know. But that could be another one. Is what's the best excuse that you've heard to get out of work successfully? That's another one I'd be interested in. So, 6:29 now, West Coast time. This is probably good. 9:29 out east. 2:29 for those watching GMS in the UK. I said this is probably for the best. This is planned. What am I saying? We definitely thought it would go this way. It's time for your gaming morning show, Morning Gaming News. Because Sean is not here yet. I fully expect Sean to be joining us at some point this morning. But Sean's not here yet. So since we're about 5 minutes late, which again, you are a forgiving, and is it benevolent? Would benevolent be an appropriate adjective to use right now? Let me see. Benevolent. Well-meaning and kindly, serving a charitable rather than a profit-making. You are a benevolent audience. Sure. That works for me. This way, me making up the gaming morning show, Morning Gaming News, will only take 5 minutes instead of the usual 10, where I sit here and stretch random things that I just happen to see on a page. and then I just tell you about it, but I make them a lot longer than I need to, which, is not probably good for anyone. All right, so the way that I proceed with the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News when I'm left to my own devices is I go to some of the websites Sean uses, and I look for the first thing that catches my eye. And so our first story today comes from Game Informer's Wesley LeBlanc. PlayStation Plus has 20 more games that are now available for premium and extra subscribers. This is a dateline of earlier this morning, maybe 2 hours ago. There was a report the other day that PlayStation Plus is actually losing subscribers. And while their subscriber base for that product is still very, very good, it shouldn't be going down when they introduce new features, right? You figure, okay, oh my gosh, so I can now get this, but now it comes with that, or, ooh, you're offering a new $3 more thing. I can get that? What? And instead it's going the other way. So now Leslie LeBlanc reports that starting today, the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim and a bunch of Kingdom Hearts titles and multiple Ratchet & Clank games are available. And as I read that, I already realized that at one point Sean's told this story. This is now the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming repeated news, because we already had this story. It's just the main difference is it's today. You can get these games today. There's the Gardens Between available, a lot of the Ratchet & Clanks, as I just mentioned. There's one called Earth Defense Force Iron Rain and Earth Defense Force World Brothers. So those are available if you're on PlayStation's PlayStation Plus Premium and Extra tiers. So there's something that you should know about. Okay, let's pivot to a different type of game. Good morning, Quiet I'm Gaming. It's good to see you this morning. We're doing the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming. Hefty ad-libs the news. Ethan Gatch of Kotaku has a story about Magic the Gathering. The headline reads, Toy companies slammed for getting greedy with Magic the Gathering. This apparently has to do with Bank of America owning Magic, or is this a report that cites Bank of America? Now I'm very curious. This is Bank of America warns clients about a possible MTG bubble. Yeah, Bank of America downgraded toy company owner Hasbro's stock earlier. This was published yesterday after accusing it of killing the golden goose with greed. I'm just going to read a little more of this verbatim. This is from, again, Ethan Gatch of Kotaku. Quote, the primary concern is that Hasbro has been overproducing Magic cards, which has propped up Hasbro's recent results but is destroying the long-term value of the brand, a Bank of America analyst told clients, reported by CNBC. Specifically, put the focus on the 30th anniversary set, which contains booster packs, some of which include reprints of valuable out-of-print cards. Quote, this set has devalued many high-value cards, and collectors are concerned that Wizards will reprint more. End quote. Okay, I will be honest with you. I actually own, or I did, I have them somewhere. I have a set of Magic the Gathering cards. And in that set, somewhere I have a card that at one point I know was worth like $70. But I had gotten them from that Jeff MT when I was growing up, because Jeff had a period of time where he was playing that game. It's like, well, cool, I'll like to play too. And so he was kind enough to get me some cards. And then I never played it. I think we tried to play it once, but that was it. So I don't know where the cards are. I was trying to remember in real time, and I have absolutely no idea. So there you go. There's your second news story on the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News. Hey, that Jeff MT's in the chat this morning. Good morning, Jeff. I'll take that card back whenever you get a chance. I'll sell it for us, and then I'll go buy you a beverage, Jeff. How many times? This would be a great Ask Jeff segment. How many times do you think we actually tried to play that game? I actually think it was just once. Just once. I don't really know what Polygon story I want to read you. I'm going to take a chance on this one right here. Okay, this is from Ollie Welsh, and this is a story from yesterday. The Witcher 3's next-gen upgrade arrives for free in December. There's a long-promised next-gen upgrade for the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt game. It'll land December 14th, so that's almost exactly a month from yesterday. The free update was originally planned for 2021. There were delays. There was a change of developer. There ended up being a Nintendo Switch version of the game before this update has come through, but now you'll get ray tracing, you'll get advanced graphical features for the Witcher 3 for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, and Windows PC players will also get a patch offering similar graphical improvements. So if you are a Witcher fan, those are available. Those upgrades are available too. So let's do this. I'm going to throw all of this into the chat, and you go from there. Good morning to Link. It's good to see you. We're doing an impromptu version of the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News. Whenever Sean is not here, I have to make it up on the fly. And boy, do I do a great job. Look at how much you all are telling me right now. Wow, Hefty, I can't even tell that Sean's gone. What an informative news segment. What an amazing thing that's happening right now. Because it's almost like the hashtag video game expert and yourself are the same person. There's your third link. Fantastic. Gray says, I've been cooking. That sounded... Oh, no. Link's cooking breakfast. Gray said, wait, Sean's not here? That sounded like the normal news. What is out today? I honestly don't know. I actually need to take the website that we use for this and bookmark it, because every time I have to go back into a Discord channel and find it. If you know a game that's out today, please let us know. We'll play. Audience tells us about games that are out today. So, that's your Gaming Morning Show. Morning Gaming News at 6:37. Thank you for being here in all honesty. It's great to have you here, even when we get a little bit of a late start.
Nice chat!
Nice chat again to Link, who came in during the news. That Jeff MT, it's good to see you again as well. Quiet I'm Gaming. Good morning to you all. Jeff confirms, yeah, we played maybe twice. Okay, yeah, I believe you. And I don't really... Like, my kids are into Pokemon. And honestly, my kids are into Pokemon because they like collecting and sorting the cards more than they actually like playing the game. But I had bought... one of the things that I try to do, and I'm not great at this as a dad, is like whatever their thing is, like you try to lean into that thing. So like right now, my daughter is super into band. And so it's like, okay, how can I be into band as much as possible? Like finding, her instrument's the flute, like finding flute music that I hear on like Spotify or something. Like, hey, check out this, right? And then obviously being enthusiastic about, her doing the band thing. Same kind of thing. They're into Pokemon. And so I was like, okay, I bought this like board game called Pokemon Academy. And it looks like it's a board game just to help you facilitate playing the card game, I guess. But I tried to play the game with them a couple of times. And it was fun. But they don't really seem too interested in actually playing the game. They just like collecting the cards. Like they'll tell me, they're like, I got a platinum Charizard or something. And then it's like, that's cool. Well, so how do you use that in the game? Like, I don't know, but I got a platinum one. It's awesome. So, more power to him. King Gray says, there's tacos on the table. Feel to grab as many as you like.
What's for breakfast?
We appreciate that. KJ is our head of culinary arts, but Gray, if you would like to be our lead taco maker, that could maybe be arranged. Danny even said, bravo. Well, thank you so much. Cooking breakfast, of course, Link knows the rules. Once you're done cooking.
Remember, if you're getting food, you must show and tell when you come back.
Freezing just did physical training. It's so cold. Yesterday, I actually came out to the studio, and it was, in fact, cold, which it takes a lot for me to start feeling cold. Link, though, this says, I'm from Florida, so Colorado heat isn't bad. Fair enough. Downs adds, Wise 8 Lacrimosa of Dana is out today. Congratulations. That could be in consideration for name of the morning. I'm already the disruptor, but I will gladly take on the taco guy role. I don't know. Can you disrupt while making tacos? That's a good part of consideration. We'll have to figure that part out. Anyway, thank you for being here. 6:40 on the West Coast. It's time
You can news if you wanna.
to tell you the story that we're tracking at this hour on this morning radio show that plays games. And this has to do with an escaped Mustang that has been captured. This is a story from Ben Hooper of UPI. Apparently, this Mustang was on the loose in Wisconsin. Authorities there said they captured a loose horse that ran through several roads and even swam across the bay. We had both a land and water pursuit for this horse that got loose. And they specifically called it a Mustang in the headline. The Door County Sheriff's Office said the owner of the horse said the animal was a wild Mustang, so that's why, and warned members of the public they should not attempt to capture it. The Mustang was spotted running loose just after 2 p.m. on Sunday in an area near the township of Sevastopol. And the horse was then seen swimming across Green Bay to Potawatomi State Park. I usually skip the names for a good reason, and that's why. The horse was spotted running near multiple other roads before being corralled early on Monday. We would like to thank, there's another name in here, Jesus Chewy Warregui, Jauregui, who assisted in corralling the Mustang, the sheriff's office said in a Facebook post. Thank you, Chewy, for helping out with that. Chewy is, of course, also the nickname for Chewbacca from the Star Wars series. And so anytime we have an opportunity, by request of you, I always get a chance to do my Chewy impression. So here we go. In honor of Chewy, who helped with this horse rescue, but not the same Chewy as that of Chewbacca from Star Wars. Here's my ultimate Chewy impression. Nailed it. Someone said earlier that the news that I gave you sounded just like when Sean is here, and that's like Gray was cooking, for example. And I imagine that what that means is just now you were lost in a sea of audio immersion where you cannot believe that you were basically listening to Star Wars at the same time as watching Gaming Morning Show. Alright, it looks like the reviews are split. Element of One called it amazing. That Jeff MT said it was not good. And to be fair, Jeff's known me a long time. Jeff, can tell me when things are bad. So if LucasArts needs a replacement for Chewie, I'm showing them that clip Hefty. Thank you. Yeah, please let them know that I'm available and I have my own microphone. They wouldn't even need to find me a microphone. So, top of the morning. It's good to see you. Nice chat to Scott Chick, who's here.
A warm welcome to our deputy cat petter, Scott Chick.
Link said, "Oh, Hefty, my basil is named Richard for you." Now, Link, you're gonna have to remind me. Was that a specific request that I made? Because yesterday we were talking about having Robert Plant made, which still sounds like an awesome idea. Should I know who a Richard Basil is? That's going to be embarrassing if I'm supposed to, and I don't. Why are we naming Basil? I'm confused. So yesterday, Link was kind enough to tell me that Link has both the capability and the interest in making a plant holder that looks like a staircase, and then would also be kind enough to name one plant Heaven and put that plant atop the staircase plant holder. Okay? And then at the very bottom, they would have a plant named Robert, and then Robert would be trying to find this, trying to climb the stairway to heaven. Oh, perfect. Okay, yeah. So that the basil is Robert Plant. that's perfect. Link execution is excellent. 1,000%. Scott check. Oh, I missed yesterday. The work breaks did not fall correctly for GMS watching times, as it can. But I have some good news for you. If you are into audio podcasts, most podcasts are audio. I was going to say audio presentations, podcast being one of them. First and foremost, check out the Monsters and Friends podcast, which is available now and continues to just blow my mind with how enjoyable it is to listen to Mike O tell stories of monsters, cryptids, and lore. But we also, if you were to go to any of your podcast services and type in Gaming Morning Show, you'll actually find that Gaming Morning Show is available now as a podcast. We've had probably now 3 weeks worth of episodes that are available, and most often the newest episode shows up around 10:30 p.m. or 10:30 a.m. Pacific time. Now that's definitely not 1,000%, but many times it does. And so if you ever are like, man, I missed Gaming Morning Show and I'm really sad, especially because I happen to see like what the day of the day was, and I really love cleaning out my fridge, which, by the way, today's topic of the day has to do with it's National Clean Out Your Fridge Day. So what's the worst thing you've ever found, like, in the back of your fridge? And you're like, oh man, I missed that, or oh geez, I heard that this happened and I would like to check it out quickly. Well, now you can just subscribe to the podcast and you'll get all of that stuff in your podcast feed. So it's there. I have definitely contemplated, do we try to chop out the gameplay segments and we just stick to having the kind of set segments available, or do we keep the whole thing in there? And we'll definitely ask you to let us know your feedback. You can do the whole review and all that stuff that you have to do with podcasts if you'd like. But yeah, I mean, we had that suggestion a long time ago, and finally in a place where we can actually make that podcast feed not just show up and then sit there dormantly. So if you would like to subscribe to it, you are able to do that. You can also catch our show oftentimes, not always, but oftentimes replayed around 1 p.m. Pacific time on our Twitter feed at WatchGMS. So if you're ever looking to watch the show and you missed it, you can do it that way. Of course, being on YouTube, Facebook Gaming, and Twitch, you can also just watch the video on demand. Link is reporting eggs are made. Tell us more.
What's for breakfast?
What kind of eggs? Scott Chick adds, I do not want to think about the worst thing I found in my fridge. My stomach is not the strongest at the moment. There can be some nasty things in the fridge. Let's get some comments that were shared earlier. King Gray said, I couldn't name the worst thing I found in my fridge. Mystery Tupperware, not sponsored, that had what appeared to be a primitive civilization inside it. I opened it and it threw spears at me. I've been there before. There's some stuff that grows inside those containers, which shows you just how airtight they can be, but only to a certain point. So I don't know if they were throwing like spears or like Britney Spears at you.
Oops, I did it again.
But there's always that option. Downs enjoyed the hefty guesses the news segment. Always good. King Gray said pickle spears, that is. Thank you for clarifying that. The menu from Link, Sunnyside eggs seasoned with basil, Robert Plant, thyme, sage, and garlic salt. If you ever have a chance to use Imperfect Foods, which we did for a while, it's kind of a cool thing. They help you save produce that would otherwise not be purchased by grocery stores, which it seems, at least on the surface, to be a pretty cool thing. We used them for a while, and they have this, like, the seasoning of all the things or something is one of my favorite cooking items. Even though I don't cook that much, I use them on eggs a lot, and it sounds amazing. It does taste amazing. Link said 3-month-old spaghetti was in the back of the... It's always in the back of the fridge. That's the thing, that's what I'm telling you. This whole eye-level shelf system that Hefty Wife and I have devised, that is the ticket, because you can see to that top shelf and bam. You know exactly the stuff that's going to perish. If you keep perishable stuff, maybe it's not even in the drawers. I don't know what your success is with the drawers, but like the produce and that a lot of stuff has to be in there for its long lastingness, but if you put it in the door, then maybe eat it faster so you don't need the long lastingness. I don't know. I'm kind of riffing here. But I can tell you the second and third shelf of the fridge, I'm 6 foot. So it's like if you have that top shelf, okay, I can see that needs to be eaten, but I'm not going to dip down here. So you put your sauces, which we don't use, or sorry, I don't use, but the household uses, or like yogurts and stuff. You put like the big tubs of yogurt, you put those on the second shelf. Because those are things that you're always going to get after. Maybe not yogurt, though, because some people will forget they have yogurt. I don't know. Maybe there's no perfect system. But the important thing is you have to try. And we're going to try together as one morning radio show that plays games. Groggy says, scrambled eggs with bacon and toast, Hefty. Yes, that's a very solid breakfast. I approve. Scrambled eggs are actually tougher for me to make than, like, fried eggs. So I usually just make fried eggs. I just hate that everything is covered. It doesn't help my ADHD. Everything is covered. Can you do like clear lids, or does that not help? The Tupperware we have has like translucent lids, and honestly, it doesn't really help that much because you can't really see through it. You're like, I think that's this. And then you look through the side, and you're like, okay, well, I know what that is now, but you had to make the extra move, and it's still just a hassle. Groggy said, Hefty, I'll organize your fridge for exactly $0, and you will never be happier. Satisfaction guaranteed with Groggy or Die.
$1,000 in money.
All right, we might be on to something there, Groggy. All right, let's get birthdays this day in gaming history. If you have a birthday to celebrate, you know somebody who's getting another year older today, you should definitely let us know. Here are the other national days of the day. I didn't give these to you earlier. It's National Drummer Day, which is always exciting when we have National Drummer Day. National Entrepreneurs Day, National Recycling Day, America Recycles Day, Day of the Imprisoned Writer, I Love to Write Day, National Ample Time Day, National Bundt Day, National Camp T-Shirt Day, it's National Dylan Day, National Family Civility Day, National Philanthropy Day, National Raisin Bran Cereal Day, National Spicy Hermit Cookie Day, Pack Your Mom's Lunch Day, and is also Steve Irwin Day. Damn. Whole bunch of days of the day. All right. If you know somebody celebrating a birthday today, please let us know because we would like to celebrate with you. Happy Tuesday. It's November 15th, 2022. Celebrity birthdays wise, we'll get to in a moment. However, Groggy would like to point out it's November. 90% of my family birthdays are in November. It's a family full of Scorpios. And also, everyone loves Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is in February. So, were they all born in November, but happen to love Valentine's Day? Is that a thing that Scorpios love? Scott Chick says, someone needs to tell Oscar that his tail is attached to him and to stop getting mad at the thing that he can control. That is Scott Chick's cat. Meow. And apparently is trying to eat off the tail. So, all right, here you go. This is your celebrity birthday. Sam Waterston, who is basically one of the most identifiable folks from Law & Order, turns 82 today. Once portrayed Robert Oppenheimer in a TV miniseries. They say that like I'm supposed to know who Robert Oppenheimer is. And if you don't, like I didn't, Robert Oppenheimer was an American theoretical physicist. He is often credited as being the father of the atomic bomb for his role in the Manhattan Project. Also celebrating birthday today, actress Beverly D'Angelo turns 71. Beverly Heather D'Angelo. Heather D'Angelo. Because the fun fact today is Beverly's middle name is Heather. Okay, I do recognize this person. Don't remember a movie they've been in. King Gray, Manhattan Project, dude. Yes, that is true. And of course, we all knew that. All of us. More celebrity birthdays today. Virginia LeDoyen? LaDoyan turns 46 today. Actress. Once portrayed Cosette. Yes, Cosette. In a TV miniseries version of Les Mis. Les Miserables. I've seen a stage production of Les Mis. It was by a high school. They did pretty good. I actually think high school theater is quite entertaining. High school productions that are of, like, you actually do a play. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Not courgette, though. That's the Britain version of zucchini. Courgette. I mean, I remember that. Well, I don't doubt you remember that, Gray. You're smart. I just sit here and talk into a microphone. I'm not good at a lot of those trivia questions. But if you get me on your trivia team, I might be able to help us out with sports. Down says there is a new film called Oppenheimer by Christopher Nolan, and it looks amazing. That's why I knew. There's a good chance at this point that I was the only one who did. Why does Oppenheimer, for some reason... Why does Oppenheimer make me think of, like a holiday musician? Is that because of Mannheim Steamroller? That can't be it. Oppenheimer. Now I'm not... That's going to bug me the rest of the day. Today, actor Winston Duke is 36 today. One of his first TV show appearances came in an episode of Law & Order SVU. So that is now our second Law & Order reference of the morning, even though, to be fair, the Associated Press, Cleveland.com, did not use Sam Waterston's fun fact for that. Winston Duke is also apparently in Black Panther Wakanda Forever, which some of you have told us is getting pretty rave reviews. So if you've seen the new Black Panther movie, how is it? How is it? Today, Shailene Woodley turns 31. Fun fact, was cast to play Mary Jane Watson in the Andrew Garfield version of Spider-Man, but the scenes were cut. So who played Mary Jane in the Andrew Garfield version? Because as far as I know, I had thought that Emma Stone did, but then someone told me that Emma Stone was playing a different character. Listen, you all will know that one too. But Shailene Woodley was, like, really popular off those, it was a book series movie. And then, oh no, she was in Big Little Lies, which is, by the way, a very good series on HBO. So yeah, she has been around. In film, Kirsten Dunst portrayed the character in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy. Shailene Woodley had an uncredited silent cameo appearance as the character in 2014. And then Zendaya portrayed a reimagined version of the character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Also, for what it's worth, Zoe Kravitz, who also, I believe, is in Big Little Lies. Look at the full circleness that we've gone on this. Was the character of Mary Jane as far as the voice in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. No. Yes. Yes. Big Little Lies. How about I just read the birthdays? I'm going down too many rabbit holes this morning. Today, actress Emma Dumont turns 28. Emma Dumont is set to appear in the upcoming biopic. I couldn't make this up. Actress Emma Dumont turns 28. Fun fact, is set to appear in the upcoming biopic Oppenheimer, directed by Christopher Nolan. I told you I couldn't make that up. That's so funny. Oh my gosh, full circle. Who's Oppenheimer? Downs goes, they're making a movie. It's going to be directed by Christopher Nolan. And there it is.
We've got a drummer birthday.
Greatest full circle in the history of gaming morning show, probably. All right, today, drummer birthdays. David Carr, drummer of Third Day, is 48 today. David Carr was also the name of one of the quarterbacks from the Carr family. His brother Derek plays for the Las Vegas Raiders. But this David Carr is a drummer and is 48. Also, drummer Jesse Sandoval of The Shins is 48. If David Carr of Third Day actually happens to be the former Houston Texans quarterback, I would laugh, but I'm guessing that is not the case. Kevin Eubanks, who used to lead the Tonight Show with Jay Leno band, is 65 today. Meanwhile, actor-director James Widows, Widdoes, turns 69 today. 69 years old today for James Widows.
Nice.
So, former wrestler Randy Savage had a birthday on November 15th. The Macho Man is no longer with us. Rapper B.O.B. is 34. And actor Sean Murray of NCIS is 45. So there you go. There's some of your celebrity birthdays. This day in gaming history, it's November 15th, as I've mentioned a couple of times. We have a huge list. I mean, there's so many people having birthdays, but there's even more that are in this day in gaming history. Sean would be able to play Lawsuit or Not a Lawsuit, because we have 1, 2, 3 from before 1995. If we could do this in an efficient fashion, I would let you play Lawsuit or Not a Lawsuit. I'll give you the years, and so you can just guess. 1982, 1991, and 1993. So if you want to say yes or no, Lawsuit or Not a Lawsuit, but I'm going to go fast. This date in gaming history, 1982, Atari signs an agreement with Nintendo for the worldwide license of Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr. video games for Atari home computers. So, Bob plays the didgeridoo. Your answer's locked in. That was not a lawsuit. So if you said not a lawsuit, you were
correct.
But it could become a lawsuit. In fact, I think it does. It actually leads to a lot of lawsuits, if I remember right. 1991, Quest releases Magical Chase for PC Engine in Japan. And in 1993, Sega releases the Sonic Spinball video game for the Genesis and Game Gear. So if you said no lawsuits across the board,
correct.
There was not a single one there. They were all releases. Element of One said no lawsuit for the first two, lawsuit on the last one. Downs went not a lawsuit, lawsuit, lawsuit. Unfortunately, they were all just...
That was... no, incorrect still.
They were all just not lawsuits. 1996, at Pacific Science Center in Seattle, over 5 days, 3,000 participants rate 57 video games. The top pick for that cycle was Super Mario 64 for the Nintendo 64. And then 3 years later in 99, Nintendo put out Donkey Kong 64 for the Nintendo 64. It also included the original Donkey Kong game on the cartridge. I always kind of like when they throw like a classic game on the cartridge or on the CD. That's kind of cool. 1999, Eidos releases Tomb Raider: The Last Revelation for PlayStation and Dreamcast. 2 years later, Microsoft put out Xbox as a game system in North America. Price was $299. System features 4 controller ports, 1 controller, 8GB hard drive, 733 MHz Intel main processor, 250 MHz NVIDIA NGP graphics processor, 64 MB RAM, 3D audio support, Ethernet port, broadband internet connection. Games come on a dual-layer DVD-ROM that can store up to 9 GB of data. The system can also play DVD movies, requiring an optional remote control device. See, I thought the Xbox originally was HD DVD, and that's where we got the great HD DVD versus... Oh, that was the HD DVD versus Blu-ray war of Xbox One fame. Excuse me. 2001, in New York's Times Square, Microsoft chairman Bill Gates signs and sells the first Xbox. And here are some of the day one releases. Project Gotham, Dead or Alive 3, Oddworld Munch's Odyssey, Halo, Golden Sun, Donkey Kong Country 2. Nope, that last one was out of 2004. So those original titles I shared. I didn't realize Halo was a day one release for Xbox. So that it was like their thing from the very beginning. Huh, interesting. 2004, that's when Donkey Kong Country came out for the Game Boy Advance. Metroid Prime 2 Echoes came out in 04 as well. 05, Electronic Arts releases Half-Life 2 for for the Xbox. And in 2005, Electronic Arts put out Need for Speed Most Wanted for PlayStation 2, Xbox, and GameCube. 2005, Agitech put out Wild Arms Alter Code F. That's a good name. 2005, Namco, before it met Bandai, put out Pac-Man World 3. In 2005, Sega released Sonic Rush and Shadow the Hedgehog for PlayStation 2, Xbox, and GameCube. Square Enix in 2005 put out Dragon Quest VIII Journey for the Cursed King, or Of the Cursed King. Majesco that same year put out Aaron Flux. Activision released True Crime New York City in 2005. And in 2006, Thrillville came out from LucasArts. 2007, Ubisoft, don't call me Ubisoft, put out Rayman Raving Rabbids 2. That same year, Need for Speed Pro Street came out. In 2009, Nintendo releases New Super Mario Bros. Wii. In 2011, Electronic Arts put out Need for Speed The Run. Same year, Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary was out. And then 2011, Assassin's Creed Revelations came out, as did Saints Row the Third from THQ. 2011, Sega put out Shinobi. In 2011, Ubisoft, don't call me Ubisoft, put out Rayman Origins video game. That was a lot of this day in gaming history. We are so late. We got to take a break. We'll come back with more. Thank you for being here. It's Gaming Morning Show. It is November 15th, 2022. It is Tuesday. We'll come back with more. Thank you for being here. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, GamingMorningShow.tv. Good first hour. Good first hour.
Hi, I'm Bob from Gaming Morning Show. You know, the voice from the box. As the proud owner of an amazing voice, I, like many of you, am familiar with the amazing voice of our friend Austin Attack. Her very popular music is available as a points redemption on her stream at twitch.tv/AustinAttack12. However, it is Austin's sound effects that are the real hidden gem. So today, we are offering you the greatest sound effects ever created by Austin Attack. Previously, these individual sound effects were only available for easy in-home playback by searching hours of VODs. But now, thanks to GMS, you can listen to these one-of-a-kind sound effects with our special edition 16 CD, 35 cassette tape, 1 Laserdisc set. For the first time, you can own Austin saying, "Beach."
Beach.
Plus, who can forget Austin makes a car
What
noise?
sound do cars make? Vroom, vroom.
Or that time that Austin tried to make the noise a dodgeball makes.
And then like a ball, like, like.
No.
I was trying to make like a dodgeball sound.
And if you order now, we'll include the best of Grimm sound effects at no additional charge.
Oh yeah.
Hi, Grimm. Get the best of Austin Attack's special effects collection by sharing random cat pictures in our Discord. Please keep in mind this collection is fictitious, and you'll never actually receive anything except our love. And isn't that better anyway? Order your collection. Austin Attack. Songs for the beach.
Beach.
By calling 555, put it on a pancake, or visit our website, gamingmorningshow.tv. Our fulfillment department is standing by, which means you'll probably never see anything. They're so fired. Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, List of the Day and Sports. Find GMS on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and GamingMorningshow.tv. Time for hour number 2. Right now.
Morning, gamer. Welcome back. Gaming Morning Show continues. Thank you for being here. It is the Tuesday edition of the show. We are in much better shape now. I have a shirt because I was just wearing the sweatshirt by itself. And as much as I love this sweatshirt, this Apex Legends sweatshirt is one of my favorite pieces of clothing I own. It is not the warmest. I have socks on. The temperature, it's time for temperature, weather and traffic together on the 8s. It is, that's actually not that bad. It's 56 degrees out here. So I have socks on now. I already had the heater on, but more importantly, I have coffee. It's so good. I needed it so badly. Doing the show is fantastic. I absolutely get a thrill out of getting to do a morning radio show that plays games every weekday morning, but it is even better when I have coffee. It warms up my body. Thank you for being here. Coming up, we'll make up a list of the day. Today is National Clean Out Your Fridge Day, so we're asking you, what's the worst thing that you've ever had outside? Or out of your fridge. I got caught up on outside. Downs goes, you have the same temp as me. Weather buddies. Is that your inside temperature is 56 degrees? Apollo, I'm disappointed to hear that, Gray. I thought you knew people because King Gray has inquired thrice about obtaining a Huya and has never received a single one. Yes, I'm so sorry about that. We can't fulfill everything that Bob talks about.
Hello, Grimm.
So we try, but we can't all the time. So it's a balmy 77 here, says Quiet I'm Gaming, but we'll be in the 60s for highs in a few days. Nice. Yeah, I am so happy that the weather is as cold as it is. It's like been in the 50s. And sometimes it's like that sneaky 50s where you're like, hey, I can wear like a sweatshirt, and it ends up being like really cold. But yeah, I went for a walk with gloves and everything yesterday. It was fantastic. Love it. Love this time of year. Thank you for being here. Let's play a game of Rocket League, and then, like I said, we'll give you a list of the day, probably pertaining to worst things found in the fridge, or maybe like best things that you can find to preserve your stuff in the fridge. Link was here earlier and talked about this also triggering ADHD, but talked about like things getting lost behind other things that were behind, you know, other things in the fridge. Elman also wanted a Macho Man impression because today was Randy Savage's birthday before his passing. So here we go.
Element, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. If you ask me to do an impression, then brother.
This is not Hulk Hogan, is it, right? This is actually Macho Man.
Then brother, I'm gonna do that impression for you.
Listen, I miss Mike's impression of Macho Man. That was he can still do it. Mike still exists, but Mike's very solid at those. Mike's impression of Macho Man is almost as good as my spot-on impression of Chewbacca. That was from the scene where Chewbacca jumps in the Millennium Falcon with Han Solo. King Grace says, I would get back into drumming. Will you play that sound clip on my birthday? We could definitely take it under consideration. Yeah, we could definitely take it under consideration, for sure. Apollo also would like to know, let us know, physicist J. Robert Oppenheimer works with a team of scientists during the Manhattan Project leading the development of the atomic bomb. I still can't believe we had that birthday's full circle. It was fantastic. It's fantastic. There might be redemption for you yet, Hefty.
Brother.
Oh my gosh, cold weather, Caesar enjoy. Oh, you're talking about that? Yes. Apollo, fall is my favorite time of year. I do not like snow. I do not like minus 10 degrees cold. I don't really like single digits cold. But yeah, if it could be 35 degrees, maybe 40, because if at 40 at least there's less of a chance you have to like scrape your windshield or like, you know, turn the defroster on the car and wait 10 minutes, right? Then I'm fine with that. Drew Mega, Macho Hogan.
Brother, let me tell you what, I'm gonna snap it to a Slim Jim, and then I'm gonna drop the leg on you.
I can't remember which one was Hulk Hogan's now.
I'm gonna snap it to a...
They were both in NWO. That was the direction I was gonna go, and that wasn't gonna work either. I can't remember a Hulk Hogan line to save my life. Groggy says, Hefty, this is your reminder to check your expiration date on your mayonnaise. Gross. Gross. Snow and rain is like the sauce on earth, therefore Hefty does not like it. That actually is, that's actually almost a pretty good hypothesis. I mean, you'd think, for example, as someone who has a tremendous sweet tooth, I would love ice cream, for instance, right? Ice cream would be my jam.
Ice cream is frozen sauce, so Ryan probably dislikes it.
But I don't. In fact, I mean, I like ice cream. Don't get me wrong. I do not dislike ice cream. I like ice cream. But it is one of the only desserts in my lifetime that I can constantly say no to. Whereas, like, if you make almost any baked good, any pastry, and then you're like, hey, Ryan, would you like some? We just made a fresh pineapple upside down cake. I'd be like, yes, I would. Didn't you just have a dose of cake? Which, by the way, that's a new serving size term, is dose. And I would say, well, yeah, I did, but you just also made upside down pineapple cake, and so I would also like that because cake is amazing and I want it all the time. But with like ice cream, be like, hey, we're gonna have some chocolate ice cream now. Would you like some? No, I'm good. It's the weirdest phenomenon. But I love the rain. Point being is I love the rain. Love the rain. So that is not accurate. That's not accurate. Any inconvenience is something Ryan does not like. I mean, that's not honestly too far off. One thing I've learned about myself is I just don't like pain. And pain is synonymous for me with many just minor inconveniences to doing a lot of things I just don't like to do. And I don't enjoy trying to find the way to, you know, grin and bear it and get it done. not enjoyable. So I try to avoid it as much as I can. So yeah, you're not too far off. Down said Hulk had an atomic leg drop. Okay, I thought so, but didn't Macho Man also do a leg drop thing too? Atomic leg drop, atomic bomb, Manhattan Project, Oppenheimer, bam, 7 degrees of separation. And by 7 we mean 6. Good point. Also, Macho Man was in WCW. WCW used to be owned by Eric Bischoff. Eric Bischoff used to televise the program on TNT. TNT is owned by Ted Turner, who also owns TBS, who also has the rights to the Atlanta Braves, and therefore Kevin Bacon is 6 degrees separated from Macho Man Randy Savage, because Kevin Bacon starred in Footloose, which is also aired on TBS. If I'm being honest with you, with that 6 degrees of separation, I actually went too far. I went to the Atlanta Braves, and that was unnecessary. I could have just stopped at TBS, but I realized in the real time of doing that, that I had not yet come up with 6 degrees, and it was going to be a 4 degrees of separation. That was the stretchiest stretch ever stretched. Oh, that was ever stretched. Sounds very poetic, quiet. Never before has a stretched ever stretched so stretchily to have stretched like that before. I went too early. Oh, yeah, we could have connected TNT to a bomb, because TNT clearly stands for trinonitrate toxurine. I was going to say triglycerides, but that's not something that helps form explosives outside of the body. I don't even know how well it helps with explosives inside the body, but they're definitely more related to that. So yeah, I don't like the smushy sound that the paint boost it makes, so I think that'll get changed. Nice shot. We're cracked. By the way, yesterday on GMS Tuesday nights,
Correct.
special Monday edition, we played Apex Legends. Kate Zaid, who's now a full-time TikToker, and Austin Attack 12, who likely will be streaming on Twitch later today around 3 or 4 p.m. Pacific time. They played Apex Legends with me. I played the best that I've played in Apex Legends, maybe ever, in those games. Only in the sense that, like, I was using cover, I was not, like, pushing up too far, I was not getting myself in, the situation where then I had to be rescued by somebody else, because I do that a lot, because I, overextend or, do a bad flank or something. And I was really happy with it. I had a great time playing Apex yesterday. And I give Kate a ton of credit, because Kate is very good at leading the squad in that game. So anyway, if you want to play good Apex Legends, I'm feeling confident about myself, and when I play that game again in like a week, then maybe you can play too. Element said, hell yeah, I had the best game of the season so far. 10 kills, 1900 damage, plus the dub. Nice work, El. Yeah, and listen, I think I only had, I want to say it was only like 400 some damage. It probably was more, maybe it was like 600. But like even still, like I was just like, we had at least 2 moments in that game where we could have lost, and instead we made it to the final 2 because we did certain things smartly, and that made me happy. So yeah, I really like that game. Every time that I think that I'm getting close to not, that game sucks me back in. All right, we got list of the day coming up after this. I'm being told by our head of research and classified development that it's Trini Troto the Ween. Nailed it. For sure. What are you doing there? No, I said it right. No, I definitely said it right. I think you're wrong. How would you know? You're just a counter. Don't stare at me like that. Probably deserve to. We tried, though, and that's all that matters. Thank you. It's Gaming Morning Show, 7:28 West Coast time. It's 10:28 for those watching GMS on the East Coast. It's 3:28 for those watching GMS in the UK. Thank you for being here. I'm Hefty Goof. The music we've been playing all this week is from Superphonic's new 10-song DMCA Safe album. It is called Arcade Island. It's available now wherever music is available, and it is pretty good. I like the sax stuff the most. Honestly, like the saxophone stuff is fantastic. So, I think this is one of those songs. There it is. It's so good, so good. Anyway, find it Spotify, SoundCloud, wherever music is available. All right, thank you for being here. Let's do list of the day. Today is National Clean Out Your Fridge Day. I may be able to pass along some fun facts about National Clean Out Your Fridge Day, but for now we'll focus on our list of the day. We're going to go to Food Network's list creators to give you today's list of the day. And that's because they have a list of 10 things that are the worst foods in your fridge and freezer. So how many of these items do you have stocked? You should take a peek and look, because some of these could be bad. It's no big shocker that large portions of ice cream, butter, and mayonnaise aren't super healthy, but they're not off limits as far as we're concerned. For this list, we're highlighting 10 foods that you're better off avoiding altogether. I don't know if I want that one. No, it's ever too late. Number 1 on this list. These are things that are in your fridge that could be bad.
1.
Expired condiments. Speaking of groggy, bringing up mayonnaise. Expired condiments. Bad. Check dates on all of your condiments. Toss anything you're unsure about, because mold, yeast, and other types of creepy, crawly bacteria can grow. Even in a chilly refrigerator, even things that are stored in the warmest part of the fridge, which is the door. So, if you're worried about getting E. coli? Question mark? I don't really know. What do you get from expired condiments? Probably that. Then, yeah. Beware of the expired condiments. Number 2.
2.
Sugar sweetened beverages. Oh, well, see, yeah, this is why. Like, they stay in the fridge forever. So this is definitely... I can't read this list. This is all about, like, healthy things, and that's not the point of Clean Out the Fridge Day, is it? Let me see what nationaltoday.com says, because that's where we get our list of the day for days of the day. They say... I have to get through an ad. Perfect. Crushing it right now. Nice work. Segue. Excuse the pun, but the timing has never been better to celebrate National Clean Out Your Fridge Day on November 15th. This is the perfect opportunity to tackle this science experiment that's been growing way in the back. Of course, ideally, we clean out our fridge far more often than once a year, but let's be real. And making it an annual occasion provides everyone with the reassurance that at least the horrendous situation where your roommate's long-forgotten homemade kombucha will be rectified eventually. And marking it as a day on the national calendar gives plenty of scope for getting passive aggressive in the preceding weeks. So there you go. Yeah, I do think that this is literally to try to remind us to clean out our fridges. So let me see if I can find one better list of the day. Good morning to Dungeon Master KJ. It's good to see you. Nice chat to you on this Tuesday.
Nice chat.
Yeah, Drew Mega, that's smooth and sensual sax. Oh yeah. Yeah, these are all about worst foods in your fridge. Okay. What are the hardest items to store in the fridge? There's a person who makes a really cool TikTok account, and one of the things that they do in a very like neat way, and it's usually with like a cool rhythm underneath it, is they like show you foods or show you how to store foods. And I wish I could remember their account right now, but I can't. All right, we're gonna rapid fire through these. I like this list better. SouthernLiving.com. These are 10 foods you should never store in your refrigerator. Our head of culinary expertise, Dungeon Master KJ, could probably add to this, by the way.
1.
Tomatoes. You get a haul of tomatoes, but it belongs on the counter. The cold, humid atmosphere inside the fridge can affect the texture of the tomatoes before you have a chance to use them.
2.
Onions, most of them, yellow, white, and sweet, do best when stored at room temperature, and if you can keep them in a pantry out of direct sunlight and away from residual heat like a stovetop or an oven, that is a good thing. If onions start to churn, they can release a bad odor.
3.
Potatoes. There's no reason to store potatoes in the fridge. Cool and dry is always the way to go, so your pantry is the best place for storing them, preferably in a basket or paper bag. Cold temperatures tend to affect potato texture, and it breaks down the starches. I'm curious if it keeps them longer, but we continue.
4.
Oil. It would go without saying, but we likely have to say it anyway. Oils like olive oil, avocado oil, and vegetable oil thicken and solidify in cold temperatures. It's not quite ideal, so store them in a cool, dry place. All right.
5.
Next one is bananas. They should be kept at room temperature, especially if they require more ripening. Once bananas start to turn brown, you should use immediately, or you should freeze them. Be aware, bananas actually cause nearby fruits to ripen quicker. So yeah, you're supposed to like kind of keep them offset or something like that. Like you're not supposed to put them right next to things. Nice chat. Good morning to hey, it's Brendan TTV. It's good to see you this morning. Thank you for being here. Can't stay, but happy. Hello.
Nice chat.
Coffee. Don't keep it in the fridge either. It needs to stay away from humidity. Lest, it even uses KJ's vernacular. Lest it be subject to molding or ruin the flavor before you have a chance to brew it at all. So try to keep it in an airtight container on the counter or in the pantry. Doing pretty good so far, it sounds like. So KJ says so far we're 100%.
7.
I think we're on 7. Honey is a lot like oil, maybe. Also, it doesn't help because cold temperatures can cause honey to crystallize more quickly when stored in a dark, cool place like a pantry. Oh, more quickly than if it's stored in a dark, cool place. Keep in mind, though, over time, honey will crystallize eventually anyway.
8.
While the refrigerator has been said to keep bread from molding, the humidity of the fridge draws out moisture from the bread, so you get bland, dry slices. So yeah, especially if you're making homemade bread, try not to put it in there. It's best to actually store it in the freezer and then thaw and toast whenever desired. Or like we'll take extra bread that we get at the store, and we'll keep it in the freezer, and then we'll defrost it when we run out of our current loaf. All right, we're doing pretty good so far.
9.
Avocados. It slows avocados in the ripening process, so unless you're stacked with too many, keep them out in room temperature. The cold temperature also hardens the texture of avocado, and that is not ideal sometimes.
0.
And then garlic. We're not talking about pre-minced garlic. You do need to keep that in the in the fridge from the grocery store. But if you're springing to peel and cut your own, you need to pick up the head of garlic and keep it outside the fridge. Again, dark pantry until you've opened it, right next to your onions and potatoes. Once cut, store in the fridge. I think we don't have a pantry, so maybe we have to find a spot in like a cabinet for our potatoes and onions, because they're definitely out in the not dark. So, also, I like red onion, for what it's worth. There you go. That is from Southern Living. That is 10 items that do not keep best in the fridge. So if you were wondering, there you go. And now you know. Perfect. Thank you for being here. It is National Clean Out Your Fridge Day. Among the other days of the day, Big Happy Pack Your Mom's Lunch Day, National Raisin Bran Cereal Day, National Spicy Hermit Cookie Day, National Ample Time Day, and National Recycling Day. Those are just among the days of the day today. Coming up at 7:50, we'll take a look at sports. But right now,
You can news if you wanna.
we'll recap a story we're tracking at this hour. This is from Ben Hooper of UPI. Apparently, there was a horse that's like, "Hey, I don't want to be corralled." Which, by the way, there's that phrase used in the story to describe a horse. This is good. Authorities in Wisconsin said they captured a loose horse that ran wild on several roads and even swam across the bay. Yeah, that's right. They went to the Green Bay, which, again, if you've been to Green Bay, Wisconsin, you may know that Green Bay is not only a city, but it's an actual body of water. The horse was loose. The animal's owner said that it was a wild Mustang, warned members of the public to not attempt to capture it. It was spotted on Sunday afternoon, and then it ended up swimming across a Green Bay to a state park. The horse was spotted running near multiple other roads, and it was eventually corralled on early Monday morning. And someone gave a big shout out to an individual nicknamed Chewy, who assisted in corralling the Mustang. It's not every day on this morning radio show that plays games that you get 3 Chewbacca spot on Chewbacca impressions. But today you did. And you can be thankful for that. You're welcome. Element of One ran wild. Was his name Horse Hogan? So we just got done talking about Macho Man Randy Savage and Hulk Hogan. Apparently there's some similarities there. Now, tell me, what was Randy Savage's big finisher? Macho Man finishing move. Okay, so he did have the elbow. Okay. Yeah, so the leg drop was the big thing for Hulk Hogan, and Randy Savage had the elbow drop. Okay. And then Ric Flair had the leg, the figure 4. Okay. Yeah, I'm remembering this. Because I think what threw me off is The Rock came out with the people's elbow. And I was like, oh, well, he must not have picked a type of thing that somebody already has picked. But apparently that's the case. It's just, I mean, the Randy Savage one was, I think, from the top rope, right? Whereas, like, Hulk Hogan just kind of dropped the leg on top of the person who was downed. I think my favorite finisher moves, gosh, there were several of them. I liked the Tombstone from The Undertaker. That was one of my favorites. And then I actually liked Diamond Dallas Page early on in DDP's life. And he had the Diamond Cutter. And it was almost kind of like the Stone Cold Stunner, except there wasn't a kick, if I remember right. It was just the person got hit. I can't remember. Was there a kick? Maybe there was. I can't remember. But yeah, the Diamond Cutter was one of my favorites. It's me, it's DDP. According to Element, I like the pedigree. So that was Hunter Hearst Helmsley's finisher move. Before Triple H just became known as Triple H. Although, is that what it stayed in terms of the actual name of the finisher? Was it always called the pedigree, even after Triple H kind of dropped the whole, statesman type persona. Element says yes. Yeah, that one was pretty good. Shawn Michaels' Sweet Chin music was fine. I don't know. I really liked the Diamond Cutter. And the Stone Cold Stunner was great because you'd have the kick to set it up. And that was kind of fun because it was like a two-part thing. And then The Rock had two. Had the People's Elbow, but also had something else. What was the other Rock finisher? And probably still is, because The Rock every once in a while still shows up in wrestling rings. How lucky is the WWE in the sense that they have the world's biggest movie star now, and The Rock still is willing to come back and do, WWE things occasionally. It's called the Rock Bottom, but what was the move? That's the part I'm having trouble pinpointing. Oh, that's right. Yeah, the Diamond Cutter, was kind of a, attack from behind. True. The one-arm body slam. Man, I am not visualizing it, even though the moment that I see it, I know I'm going to remember what it was. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, Attitude Era Wrestling was kind of my peak, watched every Monday wrestling era, and then I've since gone. But I like the wrestling games a lot. Like, I would totally do a GMS Sports sometime if I could. What was it? Nintendo Switch Online is available. Can you play any of the N64 wrestling games? Because Jeff and I spent a bajillion hours playing those back in the day too. Yeah, we played Magic the Gathering twice, but we played an S-ton of WCW and WWE THQ wrestling games. And I remember too, like the N64, or maybe the place. No, it was definitely N64 because I remember Jeff had that, and we played them primarily on that platform. But the N64, I think, was at least capable of playing some small video files, and so when they would do the introductions, there was actually an element of the videos that played at actual wrestling events that kind of could be shown. Wasn't a lot of them, but how I actually became someone who liked listening to Insane Clown Posse for a period of my life was because of WWE. Because they had the oddities, and they had a song. And I remember the whole reason I even bought any ICP music back in the day was because I was going to Sam Goody. And I kept buying Insane Clown Posse CDs, thinking I would find the Oddities entrance music on one of their albums. And it turns out you couldn't, because it was a song specifically for WWF or WWE or whatever. And so I finally found like a WWE classic hits or whatever. And yeah, by that point, was able to listen to it. Jamaica says, I think my favorite, The Sharpshooter, big Bret Hart fan, and Razor Ramon's Razor's Edge. That one was good. I did like the Razor's Edge. Yeah, in fact, the Razor's Edge was always the one that, well, when my, I could still do it to my son, but when my kids were smaller, when I was pretend, we weren't pretend wrestling, but like, they liked being thrown in the air, right? So I'd take my son, I'd pick him up and put him here, and then I'd gently put him into the couch. Thought it was hilarious. So the Razor's Edge was good. Yeah, that was very complex. You put him up there, and he'd like almost go big and wide and slam down. Ryan confirmed a Juggalo. No. But I know a lot of lyrics to ICP songs. What is that line? not a Juggalo, but I'm down with Faygo, which was the like old school, or actually I think it still exists, but it was, aren't they based out of, ICP was in the Detroit area, right? And so it's a type of beverage that I actually think is made by National Beverage Corporation, which is an interesting steer of that ship to get to that point. Oh, the rock bottom is the thing, yeah. Like this. And then, yeah, I did like that one. Man. Yeah, it's a soda. That's the word I'm looking for. You get a 6-pack. And it's made in Detroit, Michigan. I remember a lot more than I used to remember. And yes, it is a National Beverage Company drink now. So there you go. Oh yeah, down with the clown. But I'm down with Faygo. It's actually delicious. I've never had it. Here's a 6-pack I can order from Amazon. Cotton candy, blue raspberry, red pop, vanilla cream, pineapple, and peach. Do you have a recommendation? These are $3.83 a piece for 23 ounces. That's not awful. Good morning to Gabe Pride. It's so good to see you. Thank you for being here this morning.
Nice chat.
We're asking about cleaning out your fridge today. It's been definitely gaming morning show, but it's been a little bit more of a. We're having the boat go in some serpentine movement. We're all over the place. I got up late this morning, so I kind of threw it on the air to begin with, and luckily Apollo didn't completely write, the bosses and get us taken off the air, because Apollo was here and ready to go first, and we were a little bit late. Blue raspberry is good. Vanilla cream, peach, all yummy. There was a strawberry one that I loved back in my day. I've never had a lot of success with strawberry soda, so not a lot of success. I just did it a few months ago. Always so satisfying to clean out the fridge. Yeah, like I said, we've been trying to keep all the perishable stuff on the top shelf and see if that helps. And so far it's been helping us not throw away as much food, which I think is a worthwhile cause all the time. Yeah, Drew Mega the sharpshooter. I remember Bret Hart had the sharpshooter, and then Sting from WCW had the what was it, Scorpion Deathlock or something like that. So, Element 1 said, Raw versus... Listen, back in the Monday Night Wars of wrestling, I was a big WCW. I liked everything that TNT was doing. I found myself watching that probably 2 to 1. They were on at the exact same time, so you channel flip. And I tell you, now that I've worked in TV more in-depthly, I guarantee you that, like, producers and such, they were trying to time things out so that no one went to commercial when the other one didn't go to commercial. Like, they didn't want people to flip. It was an interesting time in television history. And there's some great documentaries, if they're even just like YouTube only, that kind of spotlight that. But the other day I referenced the NWO Wolfpack when the theme song came out. So, all right, it's now 7:51. It's time for sports. Yesterday, Monday Night Football. Downs, I know you've not been looking forward to this, but when you're celebrating your team and they're really, really good, sometimes you have to show up and you have to take a little heat. I felt horrible because I had the GMS Tuesday Nights Monday edition yesterday, and Travis Casey, who's a Patreon subscriber, friend of the show, had jumped on and played the final game with Kate Zay to me after Austin had gone to bed. And I actually played a couple more games with Travis after the show was over, and I was just scrolling through my Facebook feed waiting for Travis, and I'm talking to him. I was like, oh, I didn't realize that the Commanders beat the Eagles. There's no undefeated teams in the NFL anymore. Your Washington Commanders, a 32-21 win over the Eagles? What happened? It's the first 8-0 start in Eagles history. But there was some sloppiness. There were some game-breaking plays, according to the Associated Press. And the Washington Commanders turned methodical drives into scores. Philadelphia was turnover prone. And a 32-21 win. It's the first loss for the Eagles. It's also like the 4th win in like the last 5 games for the Commanders. Washington for real? Question mark? Taylor Heineke. Wow. Pretty okay. Eagles were the last team in NFL that can make a run at Miami's 17-0 mark. Of course, you might remember the Patriots of 2007. They went 18-0, lost in the Super Bowl. Yeah, sorry. Downs. Downs, where are you? This is just part of the rite of passage. I'm not trying to be hard on you. I'm just saying, if you say go Birds every time they win, you have to be here for when they lose. So, yesterday, your Calgary Flames went up 5-2 and held on for a 6-5 win over Chris Emmy's Los Angeles Kings. I was not so certain that the Flames were going to win that game, and I apparently had every reason to believe that they might not because, man, they cannot hold on to leads this year. But luckily, they did win. They've won 2 in a row now after a 7-game losing streak. We're up 5-2 at one point in that game. That was awesome. You have Elias Lindholm finding some chemistry with some new line mates in that victory. And then new Flame, Jonathan Huberdeau, also, I believe, scored 100th goal in that game, if I remember right. I think it might have been the first goal of the game. So anyway, Flames won 2 in a row, and that's exciting for me. Other NHL winners yesterday: Islanders beat Ottawa 4-2, Carolina 3-0 win over the Blackhawks, and Colorado lost at home to St. Louis 6-8. St. Louis, as far as I remember, the worst team in the Western Conference, beat the Avalanche. Blues are down at the very bottom. They have 12 points, 1 more than Vancouver and 3 more than the Ducks. Wow. All right. Yeah, you saw the GMS Tuesday night special edition on Monday. I have work today. I have to work at a sports event, so I couldn't do the show tonight, so we moved it to yesterday. It was a ton of fun. We had the inaugural debut episode of GMS plus guests. And Keith Zaid and Austin Tack were kind enough to jump in after our friend Chrissy Icky couldn't make it. Do want you to check out Chrissy Icky's TikTok, though, which is Bring the Cholula. I hope I spelled that correctly. And you can check out some cool book reviews that Chrissy Icky does. So there you go. That is your sports. That is the second hour of Gaming Morning Show. Next hour, we play Hamster Playground in the final hour crew. After Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth. There's still more to come. The Tuesday edition of the show on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. Thank you so much for being here. Simply said the kangaroo was house hopping. Just visiting my neighbors. House to house.
Or, better yet, maybe he was house sitting.
Get it?
But, terrible. Yep, that's great. Oh, hey, yo.
Good moron to you, Dr. Chick.
Top of the moron.
Everyone in Australia thinks Santa Claus got there a little early. To hear the steps on the roof. The pitter patter.
Santa Claus a kangaroo in Australia?
Or maybe Santa Claus's sleigh is pulled by kangaroos in Australia.
Pitter patter.
In Italy,
big
it's
old
pulled
feet.
by Dominic the Italian Christmas donkey.
I'm sorry, what?
You've never heard Dominic the Italian Christmas donkey?
It's Dominic.
Nope, you haven't.
Christmas
Okay. Winking.
donkey.
Boom.
Originally from Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Sad day. Charlie Skinner was his name. Charlie Skinner.
That was the
what's her-
character name?
That was her fun. Yeah, Charlie Skinner in the newsroom. Originally from Columbus. Oh, man. That's
Rachel
not
True has a
fun fact
birthday
at
today.
all.
Actress, 55, former fashion model, has been in The Craft, Nowhere, and Half Baked.
Oh. The Craft? Oh, I know who she is. Yeah.
Also, rapper E40 today is 54.
E40. He's E54. Bingo!
That's BENGO. Bango.
Bango! The E's at the very end. It's silent.
Broken-hearted Eddie Glucksman and Look It's Michael will be back on the other side of the break. We'll have a top 10 list. Number of times Bill Gates broken someone's heart. Or the nerdiest ranked top 50 cereals in the universe, but we only do the top 10, so we'll do 10 all the way to 1, and then if you want to, we can read the rest of it on your own time, because we're only a 3-hour show and it take a really long time. But stay tuned to GMS After Dark Wednesday nights at 4:45 p.m. Pacific in the future for more. Also sports next hour. It's Gaming Morning Show. It's Facebook Gaming. It's Twitch. It's YouTube. It's Twitter. Everyone say goodbye to Sean.
The McDonald's, they tell you like a quarter pounder with cheese, and you'd have to be like, thank you. I don't know why, but what is like, thank you.
Is your caps lock broken? It's fine if it is. Just tell us. What a heads up.
Maybe he's working in a really loud space right now.
That's true.
Just wants to make sure we can hear him.
Okay. It's National Personal Space Day.
Someone tell that to my kids, please.
Sean, no, it's not your. Well, it is your personal, but you can be close. It's fine. No,
You're way
We're
too close
back
to
here.
Bear.
Oh, that's true.
Way too close to Bear. Yeah.
That's true.
National Bear
Sorry.
Space Day.
Yeah. Bear space. Is the bear space clear? Are there any bogeys in the bear space?
And
Always
it's
bogeys in the bear space.
I'm drinking a London Fog Earl Grey oat milk latte, which is my new favorite drink. Would go with well with a vanilla bean mousse. This is exciting. I do like when we have food topics because it's food. And we like doing that on the show. But also KJ, the master of the culinary arts, always has something fun to say. And vanilla bean mousse sounds delightful because it's National Mousse Day.
There's a moose in the hoose.
Did you ever play the game Moose?
Is there a game called Moose?
There
You
is.
Just
We
do
do.
this.
Just do that.
It was a beverage game that one would hypothetically play in college. No, Mike, you're not under arrest. We're just
Oh,
they're moose handlers. Yeah. Mine have spirit fingers.
Turduckish son.
For chicken duckin sun oos.
Now you just created like a Scandinavian person. Like that's their name. Just add a son, moose.
Let's get into birthdays this day in gaming history. Turduckinish is what KJ says. We do have a community birthday, although we don't see this person on our show very much, but I know hanging around in many. Gamer Fishstick has a birthday today. Woo!
Gamer Fishstick.
So to Gamer Fishstick.
I know that he's been super busy with school.
Oh, okay. So to you, Gamer Fishstick, it's your birthday song. It isn't very long.
Toot toot. Moo.
Simply said the kangaroo was house hopping. Just visiting my neighbors. House to house.
Or better yet, maybe he was house sitting.
Get it?
But terrible. Yep, that's great. Oh, hey yo.
Good moron to you, Dr. Chick.
Top of the moron.
Everyone in Australia thinks Santa Claus got there a little early. See here, though.
Bears aren't real. They're just humans in bear suits. Especially pandas. Not polar bears, though.
Tell your friends, tell your mom. Gaming morning show is on 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific. If you wanna get specific, come Monday through Friday and sometimes after dark. A daily theme with a question mark. We got gaming news and sports and Bob. Hefty, Austin, Mike, and Sean, the heartthrob. I couldn't imagine any other place to go than to start the day with the Gaming Morning Show.
Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, don't let the person floating from the balloons fall in the monster's mouth. And GMS, Morning Gaming Renews. Get ready for your takeaways that were pretty okay. And the clip of the day. Time for hour number 3, right now.
Morning, gamer! Welcome back. Gaming Morning Show continues. We're so grateful that you're here, wherever you may be. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Spaces for the first 2 hours. And now, GamingMorningShow.tv. We're going to play Hamster Playground coming up. It is Tuesday, November 15th, 2022. Thank you so much for being along for the ride. It's good to see you all.
Hello to the final hour crew.
Hello indeed.
Hello, FHC.
I see Dungeon Meowster KJ here with the FHC. RHS Jack, it's so good to see you. Gaming Morning Show in chat. FHC is in full effect. Jack, it is great to see you. We're talking about cleaning out the fridge today, which is our topic of the day. It's National Clean Out the Fridge Day, or clean out your fridge, not my fridge, but your fridge. KLAF, Head of Research and Development. What KLAF is developing? It's classified. Quiet I'm Gaming is here. King Gray, Gabe Pride, thank you so much for participating in chat today. The Element of One, Drew Mega, who asked the question about what, in fact, one KLAF is developing. I am JF Downs, who refuses to make an appearance after his Eagles were shown to have lost a game, or told by me that they have lost a game finally for the first time this season. Hey, it's Brendan TTV. Had to stop by and say hi, but couldn't stay. We've also had Quiet I Am Gaming this morning. Groggy or Die. I Good Apollo has been here this morning as well. Danny has been here quite a bit this morning as well. And many others. Whoever is here. And whether you're listening, lurking, or engaging, thank you so much for being here for this morning radio show that plays games.
FHC means final hour crew, VG.
However we've pieced it together, we have, in fact, pieced it together. And so that's what matters. We're on the air, and we got it done. So thank you so much for being here on this particular Tuesday, November 15th, 2022. We are about a week away from Thanksgiving in the U.S., now that I think about it. So we will have shows all of next week up until Thanksgiving, and then we will be off on Thanksgiving Day and the day after Thanksgiving as well. All right, let's play Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth. Let's see how far we can get on our all-time record.
To see the record for the most balloons banked in Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth, remember to type the easy-to-remember acronym, ! DLTPFFTBFITMMREC.
Well, I say that, and now it just made me realize we're not even close to our all-time record. Let's see how well we can do on our current streak, which right now stands at 260 banked balloons. We have had pretty good success with this game as of late, but we're not anywhere near our all-time record. So, yeah, 632 banked balloons. A big swing already.
That's a big swing.
From KLAF with Paris, France.
No.
A D from King Gray.
D.
And we're off to a just hot start. Hot start. This is Places. Places is what we're looking for. An R from Quiet.
R. Cha-ching!
There we go. Everything's going to start to open up now. France? Oh, no, never mind. I thought the R would have been helpful for guessing France. It was not. And instead, all that makes it sound like is I was making fun of Calaf, which I certainly was not. So, Calaf, everything's fine.
E. Ding, ding, ding!
E did hit. How about an N from Gray?
N. No.
N-O-P-Q-R-S-T-U-V. Let's see. Okay, I'm done. Gray, no, you have to keep persevering. You have to believe. Never give up. A T from quiet. T.
T. Cha-ching!
Now we're rolling. An S from Calaf.
S.
Nope, that's not true, Bob.
Yes.
That's right. Thank you, Bob. Sorry that Bob was getting all huffy. Let's see. Doing this. Display. Lock, unlock, auto lock. 15 minutes. Something like that? Yeah. There we go. That's what we need. All right, we're good over here. Quiet Times Square.
Now that's a big swing.
Actually, that is exactly what it is. Did I just hit the O? I thought that was the Q. Oh my gosh. Sorry, chat. I thought the O was the Q, so I clicked very quickly.
Cracked.
We banked 3 banked balloons, just like we were going to the moment Quiet said Times Square.
Cracked.
The whole time. There's going to be 3 of them. So happy no one saw that. The extra Q threw me off. That's exactly what it was. Yeah, oxymorons is our puzzle. What's an oxymoron? An oxymoron is a figure of speech that juxtaposes concepts with opposing meanings within a word or phrase that creates an ostensible self-contradiction. A T from quiet.
T. Cha-ching.
For example, an oxymoron might be fiery ice or a wise fool or noiseless sound.
D. Cha-ching.
See, Gray, this is why you keep going, you keep guessing, because eventually
R. Cha-ching.
it pays off. Gosh, this coffee's good. If you missed the beginning of the show,
H.
I was late reporting for duty.
Yes.
And that means I didn't actually have any coffee. And so the first hour could have been better had I had
Oh, yes.
some coffee. And now I do.
S. Cha-ching.
It says hose on our screen. Otro de hose. Controlled chaos.
Now that's a big swing.
Quiet I am gaming is.
Cracked.
Did we get a perfect on oxymorons? Man, we had 3 perfects in like 5 puzzles yesterday. We were nuts on Monday, and I think this might be the week. Could we get to 300 banked balloons in the next 6 minutes or so? Toys and games is your category. I need to do one quick thing while you think, so I'm not going to be able to push the letter guesses right away. So just give me a second. Just a sec. Almost there. Almost there. Almost there. Chill. Chill. Almost there. Yeah, chill. I've been meaning to do what I'm doing right now for a while. Okay, everything's good. We're ready to resume. We have an O from quiet.
Oh, correct.
Perfect. But the timer. Yeah, no, that's true. But see, all the timer does is that one keeps me from guessing. So really, we're not like trying to beat the clock. So in that case, I think we're okay. Right? 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 Right. R.
Correct.
And D.
D. That was no, incorrect still.
Now I feel like Bob is trolling. That's kind of rude to look our friend IMJF Downs right in the eye and say, still incorrect. Roof. Good morning. Hello, FHC to Jordy Jasper.
Hello, FHC.
Jumping right in and playing Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth. Guessing an F.
F. Yes.
Nice work. Quiet M Gaming.
Now that's a big swing.
Going right to Barrel of Monkeys. And Quiet I Am Gaming today is 3 for 3, right? All of our guesses, all our correct answers have been from Quiet I Am Gaming. He's nuts! 6.
Correct.
Nice work. 6 more balloons. We're up to 276. And we have maybe 4 more minutes. So nice work. Nice work. Although, hey, Gray, that's your point. I did kind of maybe keep us from getting to 300 at this point. So my fault. Jordy's on lunch. Well, thank you for using your lunch break to stop in and say hi.
What's for breakfast?
We appreciate it. Yeah, Quiet is on fire. That Quiet's on fire. He's walking on fire.
Beating the heat.
Oh, God. Put me out. I like your philosophy, Drew Mega. Yeah, do not put Quiet out yet until the game is over. This is Everyday Objects, and we have Chicken Alfredo as the lunch of one Jordy Jasper.
That's a big swing.
And Jordy, I almost guessed Chicken Alfredo, but then I realized Bob had asked you what's for breakfast. Quiet wants an R.
R. No.
The answer to this one is Quiet I Am Game. Everyday objects. What do you use every day? The fridge. Apple peeler. These are hard. All right. An E from quiet.
E.
I like that guess, to be honest. I'm going to go with the Alien Anonymous Memorial A.
A. Incorrect.
Ooh, Jordy.
Now that's a big swing.
Vacuum cleaners was a great guess, but we have the E and the A now gone. I was on board for that one. I mean, at this point, I feel like we need to figure out the vowel. Nope, we're going to go N and S first. And you all were smarter than me.
N. S. Ding, ding, ding.
Is it an I? Is it an O? Is it a U? Which vowel is it? Great.
E. No.
Quiet's going to go with an O.
O. Correct.
Oh, Gray, I actually thought you were messing with me.
Carrot mark.
A T from Calaf.
T. Incorrect.
Down to 3 banked balloons, everyday objects. Jordy, you showed up for one of the most tense moments of today's gaming morning show. Who would have thought? Hope your chicken Alfredo is delicious. Chicken Alfredo, my second favorite type of Alfredo. I actually really like seafood Alfredo. Lobster? Delish.
Al.
Now I feel like it's serious. Everyday objects. We have 2 balloons left. M from Calaf.
ham.
Oh, we're almost there. Oh, hanging on by a thread. The monster's gonna eat us. All right, I feel like the end is right for ION. Everyday object. Yeah, Quiet's on the same page as me. All right, I'm comfortable with an I.
I. Correct.
Everyday object. Is it a Ford? Okay, no, it's not, because the Ford's Fusion. Cushion, couch, cushion. I like that. Let's go see. Yes, you. Ryan cannot misclick. K, laugh, save the day.
Cracked.
Woof. That was exhausting. Yeah, you. Oh, Quiet was right there too. Couch cushion. Yeah. The I was clutch, and you all brought it home. 277 banked balloons, and believe it or not, we're still a lot away from our all-time record, but we tried. All right, if you're just joining us, this is Gaming Morning Show. I am Hefty Goof. Thank you for being here with the final hour crew. We had a rushed start to the start of the show, but we are happy that you were here. We're going to play some Hamster Playground this morning, which is a delightful game. It's like Sims meets hamsters, really. It's like The Sims with hamsters. So let's play that right now. This is it, and I believe we're gonna have no problem even getting audio to come through too. Let me see. We had audio last time without me even trying, and if that is the case, we should be okay. And we don't. There's no audio. Okay. All right, let me figure out how I solved that problem last time. Because there should be audio. Should come through right with the thing. Where would my audio be? Standing by. Do. Oh, I know how to fix this. Yeah, this will be easy. I go here, and I go. Nope, I go here. Nope. Yep. Maybe. No. I go here. And I go here. I go here. Perfect. Alright, there's some game audio for you. Alright. My poor hamster. Please meet Bugla. Because I named my hamster arena the house. My hamster's hungry, so we're gonna let my poor hamster go eat some food. They both need food, in fact. So, the other hamster's name is Russell Wilson. Please go eat. Oh, are you sad? Are you gonna die on me, Bugla? Oh, so I'm very confused. Oh, we're out of food. Well, yeah, let's buy some food. My gosh, get these poor hamsters some groceries. My goodness, go eat. All right, which one are you? Oh, you're Bugla. Oh, you already ate. You need to go play. Okay, you go play. Oh, look at Russell Wilson getting into the hamster food. Oh, diving right in there. Is that Raisin Bran cereal on Raisin Bran cereal day? All right, we leveled up, and I got a gift. Let's open up a gift, shall we? That's not where you get the gifts. The gifts would be easily found by clicking this button. Aw, do you hear the sounds? This is like gambling. I got some screws, which is exciting. The screws are helpful for certain things. Nice. Yeah, okay. You want to go play. All right, Russ. Oh, you also need some sleep. Why don't you go take a nap? You look sleepy. Bugla is doing pretty okay. Needs to drink some water though, so we'll have Bugla. Oh no, what happened to our water? Oh, we can just refill it. You see how there's like not stars and stripes, but like Bugler had to sniff it first too. All right, what's this? All right, let's go get you clean. Okay. Yeah, Russell Wilson's very struggling. You go use the bathroom, Russ. Whee! Look at Russ with that exact precision. No, Russ, go use the bathroom. And Burglar, you need to get clean. There you go. This is going pretty okay. This game is adorable. Big fan of it. Shut the door this time, Burglar. Thank you. Always showering with the door open. Alright, you also need some water. I think that this game keeps going even when we turn it off. Because I don't remember us having such a problem where I had to like almost feel like rescuing these poor hamsters. Russ, go play. Alright, you are 1,000%. Alright, then you need to go do agility and exercise. Let's level you up. Yeah, go Russ. Go to town. I wonder if... did I miss an opportunity for a Russell Wilson hamster pun? What do you need now? Why would I need to fix the playpen? Good thing I don't run out of coins. My gosh. Oh, you still need a shower, don't you, Russ? I can't remember how to flip back to that scene. Yeah, okay. There's a Twitter account that is tracking how many touchdown passes Russell... Oh, Russell Wilson's just wide open. Can't shut the curtain there, Russ? Oh, you can zoom in. And now this needs cleaning. Everything is like needing maintenance. What are we doing? Thank you for shutting that. I like how the hamsters don't actually clean anything themselves. Alright. You do that. Russ, you train up. Improving some intelligence over here. Nice work. Get a little seed. That's good. Oh. Alright, Bugler, you can do this. Look at this. Oh, look at that dexterity. Burglar's nuts. Now you can work on this one. This one's the obstacle course. Russ, you keep working on that machine. You're gonna be my intelligent hamster. Burglar's gonna be like my workhorse. I think this is a good plan. Alright, we're gonna work on some quests. I do like the music in here too. We got another gift. Maybe not. Alright, quest book. Let's get rewards for that. Let's get rewards for that. We need to upgrade any house device. Okay, so we do that maybe here. How do we upgrade? Maybe not. Can we upgrade our shower? No. Shop upgrades. There we go. Yeah, let's do this. Oh, look at that. We got a 2-stall shower now. Seems like a chill game to play in between other game matches or for work call. Is this easy early access or finished product? This is early access. And if you missed the interview we had with one of the creators for it, go to our YouTube page, youtube.com/gamingmorningshow, and you can check it out. So, so I just kind of get off of the... Yeah, that's cool. So I upgraded the house device, so that should give me the rewards there. And I have all the tutorial quests done as well. I bathed the hamster. I've done like all of the the front-loaded stuff. Now I need to start doing kitchen renovations. Ooh, fresh wall color. What color do we want to paint our walls in here? I can't tell. These look like decals. What if I don't want that? I can close out of this. And I click back onto... Those aren't wall colors, are they? Oh, you can add like little trinkets too, which is kind of cool. This upgrades stations. Kind of want to upgrade the water. I probably shouldn't have upgraded the thing. Oh, right there. Paint colors. I mean, purple always, right? That one requires 20 diamond thingies. This one requires 20 stars. I kind of like a neutral palette. Oh, that's a good looking fresh coat of paint. I just said fresh wall color. Oh, walls and floor. Wait, did I not... Oh, is this like a preview? Yeah, no, that looks great. New water... Okay, well, we'll finish the bathroom. I did a new shower, right? Now we can do a fresh wall color in here, too. Kind of like this one. Oh, well, we don't have the little diamond thingies. Do we have 80 stars? We do. What do we think of this one? Ooh, I like the purple floor. Nah, I don't like that one. Ooh, that's cool. Yeah. We're crushing this. This game is easy. Meanwhile, let me go check on my hamsters. Are they dead? Someone needs to eat. So if I just click on that, does it automatically take them to the food? That's one thing I want to check. I think if I just click on their icon down here, it takes... Nope, it does not. So I click that, and then I have to click this still. The important thing is apparently you have to save coins to be able to eat. Like, you have to restock the fridge very often. And the water, too. Yeah, see? Already out of food again. I thought it was your turn to go to the store. Like, if I upgrade that... Just leveling up all over the place. What are the seeds for? I can't remember what the seeds are used for. Yeah, Burglar's got like a chain on, which is pretty cool. What do you got here? What are these? Yeah, see, this is what happens. You use your coins on cosmetics, and then you don't have enough stuff. There's mustaches. I give my hamster a clown. Oh, we got Chip and Dale. A Fu Manchu. A mask. That's kind of cool. I don't need you to have that. Ooh, I do wear a lot of sunglasses, though. Oh, that's damn adorable. Oh, but we gotta get Burglar the mask. I gotta do that. Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. I'm gonna be sad when we run out of food, but it'll be for it. Be all worth it. All right, Russ, you need to go eat. Get some food, bud. And you need to use the bathroom. Yeah, this is a fun game. It's a really fun Final Hour crew. By the way, on Thursday, we're playing Them's Fightin' Herds. I just got it in the mail the other day from Gamefly, so very excited about that. Kitchen renovation. This one, fresh towel and a new shelf in the bathroom renovation. Okay. Ooh, gross. All right. So, is it upgrades? It's decor. Now we need to get a fresh towel in here. Oh, I could have picked pink. Not too late? Perfect. That's cool. Did I do that right? Fresh towel and a new shelf. I'm not going to splurge on this. I'm just going to go. Yeah, I don't need that. Nope, don't like the pennants. Whoa! We got like a cubby? That's a lot of stars. I don't want the bows though. I don't need the bows. I don't like the pennants though. Yeah, that's fine. It's barely a new shelf. What's my standard shelf look like? You can't even tell the difference. Oh yeah, you can get like a spooky Halloween DLC. Look, this is not even any different. Okay, fine. We're gonna go with the bows because it's different. Okay, completed that. We get our rewards for that. It's pretty good. In the kitchen, we need renovation and rack. Okay. I'm sorry, I have to go with the red flannel. Look at that. Alright, we got our rewards for that one. Send a hamster to work? How do you send a hamster to work? Seriously, how do you send the hamster to work? Well, here, you go drink some water first. Hey, Element, welcome back. We're playing Hamster Playground as part of the FHC. Our boy here needs to get some sleep. How do you send a hamster to work? There's a tracking button. Russ gonna take a quick shower with his new flannel. Are you gonna pack? Yeah, I'll pack. Is that all you're gonna pack? I packed my flannel. If I get cold, I guess I'll just put on my flannel. Alright, Russ needs to get some Z's too. Meanwhile, Bugla needs to play. Bugla's all refreshed and run around. I have a mask on my Bugla. I gotta fix this now. Maintenance costs, man. We're gonna run out of coins. I just know it. Hey, I told you to go play, Bugla. Russ, I told you to go to sleep. Far left room is work, I believe. There are 4 stations that will boost specific resource. So these are the work ones? And what's my quest specifically? Send a hamster to work. All right, let's try that. Let's send Bugla. Or are you saying this is work? Oh yeah, no, I see what you're saying. Okay, these are all tracked. So do I have enough of these? Oh yeah, I do. Oh, because they're building this. Okay. So I sent one to work, right? I don't need that. K-Laugh, you've been playing this too. Have you, did you buy the DLC? So is this hamster working? Is that what the clock means? So if you're, oh yeah, okay, so you're going to work. But what are you doing? You look like you're just watching. Oh, my mute buttons. So you don't have enough strength to do that one. Do you have enough? So you have enough to do this one, right? So I have enough screws. I think it's showing that they're working, but I'm not entirely sure. Okay, hamster looks buggy. Perfect. Whereas this one's going nuts. Go, Russ. Yeah, you work on that stuff. If you're low on seeds, send a star to the seed station. That's over here. Is this the seed station? Where's the seed station? They make it really easy, Hefty. They give you these wonderful visual icons. Yeah, you're still working, and I think Burglar's working, just bugged out. Basically, work for the hamsters. You just smash stuff with a hammer. Nice. Where's the seed station? Earn 50 coins and 50 stars. Okay, so we're doing that. So when you take them off work duty, like, can you just stop in midstream? Like, Burglar needs to get some water, so we'll run Burglar back to get some water. I don't want to have you, Burglar. I said go get some water. Oh, do they, when they're working? Oh no. Like, if they don't drink enough water, are they gonna die? Ah, perfect. As I said, I don't want to work them to death. Yeah, Burglar's tripping out, man. Get some water. Okay. I don't want you to watch me murder hamsters today. So, all right, you need to use the bathroom. So, Russ, you go do that. You need some water. Okay, let's start with food then. Will you get food? How do I reset my hamster? My hamster's hurting right now. Bugla? Bugla! Will you go shower then? I don't think hamsters die. I don't know. He's going to die of dehydration. Oh, it's time to go anyway. Next time, find out if Bogla survives when we return to play Hamster Playground on Gaming Morning Show. We'll miss you, hamsters. We'll miss you. Thanks for being here. It's Gaming Morning Show. It's 8:41 West Coast time. It's 11:41 out east. It is 4:41 for those watching GMS in the UK. Yeah, I like that game. I don't know why, but I like that game. In The Sims, here's a question for you. In The Sims, do they give you quests? Like, do you have things that you're supposed to go do? Because I kind of like the combination of how you have just kind of like almost like the free to go wherever you want to go kind of mentality, and then you have to like accomplish certain things. That's kind of fun. I like it. I like it Apex more, but it's not bad. It's not bad. I'll take it. Yeah, let's do the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Re-News. This is a recap of the video game headlines that I found randomly searching the internet because Sean is not in today. So hopefully everything I'm about to tell you will still make sense. What are your takeaways that were pretty okay? What is something you learned from today's Gaming Morning Show? We'll get to those in a moment. Downs is back. There are Rocket League quests in Fortnite now. That's cool. Whatever. Downs, you missed our sports segment. And I specifically need you to show up when your team loses in addition to when your team wins, Downs. You have to be here, okay? You're not going to win them all. It's only happened once in NFL history, all right? Downs, I missed nothing. Okay, all right. I see how you're gonna be.
BIRDS! Exclamation point. EAGLES! Exclamation point.
Caleb says in The Sims there are aspirations, long-term goals that might take a lifetime to finish, and wants and fears, short-term tasks for day-to-day living. Yeah, that's. I have a hamster wearing a flannel. Who's got it better than me today?
No.
All right, let's do the headlines of the day. So here's what I had found randomly and frantically looking for game news to pass along to you. The first one was one that we told you already, but today is the day that they come out, so I'm still going to count it. PlayStation Plus has 20 more games available for premium and extra subscribers. So if you are one of those subscribers or you're looking to jump into that world, I got some news for you. Those games are available today. There's a lot of Elden Ring type games, or sorry, Elder Scrolls, excuse me. Skyrim, there's a lot of Kingdom Hearts games, some Oddworld, Tom Clancy's games are in there as well. So if you've been looking for a chance to plunge into the world of PlayStation Plus, then Game Informer has some news from you. That was a story from Wesley LeBlanc. 20 games that were revealed last week, and now all of them are available to play on PlayStation Plus through a subscription. Yeah, they went live starting today, including, again, a whole bunch of Ratchet and Clank was in there too. So if you missed any of it, there you go. Now, we go to the greed side of the world, and this is to do with Magic the Gathering, which I mentioned. If you didn't know about me, I have once played at least one game of Magic the Gathering, and that Jeff MT was in the chat earlier to confirm that notion. So I don't dislike the card building games. I just have a very short attention span when it comes to a lot of that stuff, so I haven't played as much as I probably could. Ethan Gatch, though, of Kotaku, has the report on this one. Apparently, one of the Bank of America analysts or something is basically saying Hasbro is printing too much Magic the Gathering, or at least too much of some specific items, and it's going to ruin the game. That's kind of the gist I got from this. It feels like every other week, Magic the Gathering has revealed a wild new crossover set or promotional release, and that's because it kind of is. Fans are beginning stewing over the onslaught earlier this year, and now even Wall Street is starting to bulk. Bank of America downgraded toy company owner Hasbro's stock earlier after accusing it of, quote, killing the golden goose with greed. So that story is there for you. And then the last one we had was from Polygon. If you are a Witcher fan and you're not handling the news that Harry Cavill is going out of the Witcher TV series and Liam Hemsworth is stepping in, well, I have some good news. This is not about that. It is about The Witcher. It's not about the TV series. And instead, this is a story of how The Witcher's 3 Next Gen upgrade is finally available. It'll arrive for free in December. It'll get you things like ray tracing. It'll get you other graphical features as well. The Windows PC player will also get a patch offering similar graphical improvements. So there you go. There's your Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Renews. Downs helped us out with what is out today. And so today, we remind you that Wise 8 La Cremosa of Dana is out today. So if you'd like to pick up that game, it's available for you to do just that. It's out today. There you go. All right, what are your takeaways that were pretty okay? What is something you learned from today's show? Man, so many excellent performances in chat today. Quiet I'm Gaming and Kalaf, among others, helped us out with a variety of things in Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth, which was super appreciated. So I did like that. King Gray came up huge with helping me understand who the heck this Oppenheimer guy was. But that was just an interesting and fun segment in and of itself. I'm going to give today's Billy Thundergun Teammate of the Match Award to the Element of One. Element helped me out during the wrestling segment, as some of you did as well. And then we also got into a good conversation about Fago, which also was King Gray-centric. Oof. And then Downs helped me out with that thing. Element of One said my Macho Man impression wasn't god-awful. So I appreciated that. Ooh, Drew Mega did say that. Smooth and sensual sax. Element of One, you're my pick. I don't know if there was anyone else in chat who was worthy of it. There probably was, but Element, I'm picking you. So congratulations, Element of One.
Billy Thundergun, Teammate of the Match Award.
Honorable mention, King Gray. It's time for the clip of the day. The clip of the day. Hey, look, it's the clip of the day. Toot toot. This morning. Today, actress Emma Dumont turns 28. Emma Dumont is set to appear in the upcoming biopic. I could make this up. Actress Emma Dumont turns 28. Fun fact, is set to appear in the upcoming biopic Oppenheimer, directed by Christopher Nolan. I told you I couldn't make that up. That's so funny. Oh my gosh, full circle. Who's Oppenheimer? Downs goes, they're making a movie. It's going to be directed by Christopher Nolan. And there it is.
We've got a drummer birthday.
What a magnificent tie-in with the clip of the day. I mean, like I said in the clip, we could not have made that up if we had tried, because I didn't know who Oppenheimer was. I still don't even know Oppenheimer's first name without having to go back to my notes and looking. Robert Oppenheimer, who was part of the Manhattan Project, and then of course Downs let us know that there's a biopic coming out, and one of our next birthday people was set to star in that. I mean, I just was fantastic. I'm very pleased with the way all of that worked out. So, all right, what are your takeaways that were pretty okay? What is something you learned from today's morning radio show that plays games? And then if you're watching on Twitch today, we are going to send you over to Ludicrous Legacy, kind of on the heels of us playing Hamster's Playground. Ludicrous is playing Sims. Hi, I'm 28, British, and an absolute weirdo. 28 years old, from the UK. Started streaming during the pandemic due to not being able to work at the hospital anymore, and due to mental health conditions, or sorry, just due to health conditions. Hope you come and join me in your journey. If you'd be so kind as to say good morning from GMS, I truly would appreciate that this morning. So we'll do that here in just a few minutes. Takeaways that were pretty okay. We start with Groggy. Groggy says, my takeaway is some people don't know who Big Robbie O is. True, and I was one of them. It's just, again, the best of coincidences. My takeaway that was pretty okay is that Kalaf knows everything about Hamster Playground, and that if you're ever looking for an escaped Mustang, you have to find Chewy. Jesus Chewy Warragwai, who helped the Door County Sheriff's Office in Wisconsin wrangle a loose horse. Chewy impression. Spot on Chewy impression, if I do say so myself. You are one of life's winners, except against the Titans. Yeah, you missed me yesterday, having to tell you that I was happy for you, sad for me.
You are one of life's winners.
All in all, a pretty successful show. I learned that even when we wake up late, we can show up and do a pretty okay job, and I'm not displeased with that. So thank you again for not only today, but also for those who joined us yesterday for GMS Tuesday nights on a Monday. We'll be back tomorrow, as we are Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific time on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter Spaces for the first 2 hours, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. For Sean, for Austin, I'm Hefty Goof. Thanks for having fun with us. We'll see you again tomorrow for more Gaming Morning Show. Goodbye, everybody. American theoretical physicist. He is often credited as being the father of the atomic bomb for his role in the Manhattan Project. Also celebrating birthday today, actress Beverly D'Angelo turns 71. Beverly Heather D'Angelo. Beverly Heather D'Angelo. Because the fun fact today is Beverly's middle name is Heather. Okay, I do recognize this person. Don't remember a movie they've been in. King Gray, Manhattan Project, dude. Yes, that is true. And of course, we all knew that. All of us. It's Trini Troto the Ween. Nailed it. First try. What are you doing there? No, I said it right. No, I definitely said it right. I think you're wrong. How would you know? You're just a counter. Don't stare at me like that. Probably deserve to. We tried, though, and that's all that matters. Thank you. It's Gaming Morning Show, 7:28 West Coast time. It's 10:28 for those watching GMS on the East Coast. It's 3:28 for those watching GMS in the UK.